getting into the fall season here in Savannah. It's actually 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and the sun is sky high. You got the boats that are out there sailing. I just saw them load one into the water, which was pretty cool. But let me tell you guys what happened. First of all, appreciate the response in regards to the shorts about this spot over here that used to be Tassie's Pier. But it looks like there's something going on with it because last week there was nothing going on over here. But look at what we got. We got a gigantic crane. I know the sun is very bright. On a platform, we got the caterpillar that's getting ready to dig up some dirt. We got the little on ramp for the workers to go off and on, the little barge that they have here. So I don't know if they're going to try to build something here. And I just talked to a couple of ladies that were walking, and they told me that after they closed down Tassie's Pier, they turned it into like a bait and tackle slash seafood market for a little while. But if you notice that this particular spot, even though it's on the water, um, I think because of storms and erosion that they couldn't stay there anymore. But yeah, it looks like they're trying to do something because it looks like they got some studs that they're trying to put into the water. So I don't know if they're trying to get another spot going on over here, but it's going to take a while. But none of this was here last week. You know, if you guys want to check out the short, take a look at it where I talk about it. And all of this was just all barren. There was nothing here. So it makes me wonder what's going on. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to say good morning to you guys. I'm not going to be very long. Matter of fact, I'm going to get up from this Adirondack chair and kind of walk back toward the benches. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of the nature. I ran into a couple of neighbors, new neighbors this morning, who do the walking thing. I'm going to see if I can get with them and get something together because I need to get motivated. There is a walking club here in Savannah for the AVA, by the way. But I think the contact person is actually in, I don't think they live here. I think it's run by a club that's outside of Savannah. And see, that could be a bit of a problem. So what I may do, since it's starting to get a little cooler, is reach out. But they've only got one trail, and that's down in the historic district. That's down in the historic district. But I'm over here all the way on the east side near the bridge to the barrier islands. And see, back in the day, unfortunately, with the ABA, if there's not enough activity, they'll shut down a trail. And back in the day, they had like 4 or 5 trails in different parts of Savannah. And unfortunately, I was only able to do one. I wasn't doing YouTube at the time, and I didn't do a video. So now that it's getting a little cooler, within the next week or so, I will be doing a trail video. So for the downtown Savannah, so you guys can check it out. But I'm gonna head back over to these uh, benches over here for a moment. I might just keep walking. But yeah, because I want you guys to see the cats this morning and see how they're doing. But I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if the weather's changing where you live because I know I'm talking to people all over the world. Well, let me show you this. It is so bright out here, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You don't get this every day. And I've had people trying to chime in with me, asking me, if I'm on WhatsApp and all this stuff. Look, y'all, I'm trying to limit my screen time so I can do stuff like this. I do this a few times a week, but I only take you guys on one day because the other couple of times I just don't want to do the screen time. I just want it to be me and nature and to, kind of leave it alone. Got the yachts out. That looks so nice. But trust me, what's underneath that water ain't nice. And way off in the distance, you got the speed boats out there. And I don't know where you live, but here in this area, usually on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays, people take the boats out and just spend time on the water. And there was a time where I thought that I might want to buy a boat. Still thinking about it. But I don't know how to drive a boat. which I'm sure lessons aren't that hard. It's just a matter of knowing how to operate it. But I would love to be able to do that. Just get out on the boat and chill on Sunday. A lot of people, if they're church goers, they'll go to an early service or they do virtual like I do. And when they get done, you take the boat out and spend the day, some of them the night, out on the water. And the temperature is great right now, but you can do that. So it's starting to get a little cool. And you see that's where the marina is. So I'm just going to walk far enough so we can see if the neighborhood cats are there. When I was on my way up there earlier, we only saw two cats, the calico and the orange and white one. If you notice, I had a short where it showed like 5 cats. There were like 3 black, 1 calico, and 1 orange and black. And they got these crazy mushrooms growing out the ground. Let me show y'all this. Look at this crazy mushroom. That's a mushroom, y'all. That thing is huge. No, I ain't gonna cook it. I see another one over here at the base of this live oak tree. This one grew into it. Look at this one. That's a mushroom, y'all. I'm just out here enjoying nature, enjoying this beautiful breeze. So now that it's starting to get cooler, I'm sure more people are going to be coming out to do walking. And I'm glad that it's like 8:30 in the morning and I could do this. I'm not sweating, profusely, excuse me, like I would have during the heat wave. But we're still in August, September. And in Georgia, this part of Georgia anyway, the weather kind of flip-flops. And what it'll do, it'll have nice cool 70-degree days, 75-degree days, hardly any humidity. And then all of a sudden, boom, you got a 90-degree heat wave day. I think I see another mushroom now. I do. See those little dots right there? Those are big giant mushrooms. Now, mind you, y'all, these are not the type of mushrooms we can pick and clean and eat now. I don't want y'all, if you're not used to being outside, don't go around picking up these mushrooms. You wind up in the hospital. Okay, I don't see any cats right now. And maybe because it's later. But this is the spot right here where the cats would sit under the trees, under the bushes. And the other 2 cats, they're gone already. And the black cats, I didn't see them at all this morning. But they do their job keeping the neighborhood clean of rodents and excess bugs and things like that. So I appreciate them. When we get up to this other house over here, there's a house that's up here. As soon as I cross the street, it's fenced in on the right. And I thought they only had 3 dogs. They have 4. Now, the way they have their system set up, which I thought was pretty cool, you have dogs of different sizes. You got 2 medium-sized dogs, a small dog, and the big dog. Now, I watch these dogs. They have a system as to how they're going to guard the house. Now, one of the medium-sized dogs stays on the porch. They're supposed to protect the porch area from anybody coming in. See, I got this figured out, y'all. I got to figure it out. So the medium dog, that's the first dog, does guard on the porch, okay? The big dog is the delegator. He or she doesn't move much, kind of just stands there and supervises. The other medium-sized dog stays toward the front and sounds the alarm. That's the alarm sound. It makes all the noise, it does all the barking, alarms everybody as to somebody coming and everything else. But that little dog, the teeny dog, They just run the perimeter. Run the perimeter from fence to fence, front to back, and everything. This is the house right here that has all those dogs. Now, she might have let them in the house so they could eat. But yeah, I got it figured out. So you got the dog that guards the main quarters. You got the supervisor dog. You've got the alarm dog. And then you've got the dog that runs the perimeter. So they got a system. Why can't we do that as humans? But anyway, I'm not going to say too much more. I'm going to get ready to head on in the house because I'm getting hungry and I'm going to fix breakfast. Scramble me an egg or two and some grits. Maybe with some cheese. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to say good morning. I'll let you guys go. Peace to y'all.